So now when we was out camping, the problem I had was when we went down that road, it was really rough. I should have took this pan off the bottom. You can take these pans off. And when you travel, you take that pan off the bottom, and it allows your jack here to go up inside a lot further than what it was. So what I'm going to do now is, I did have to straighten this out and get it back into place. I'm going to take it all the way off. I already unbolted it. All you got to do is take the 3 bolts off the top. I'm going to take it in and I'm going to grease it. It was really tight, and it's still tight no matter what. When you put it on and off, or when you're jacking it up and down, it just seems pretty stiff. And it was like that when I got it, but we're going to go ahead and grease this guy up and put it back on. So just take the 3 bolts out of the top, pull it out, and we're going to take it in there in the garage and see what we can do with it to grease it up. Alright, we screwed our jack all the way in as far as it would go. You can see this one's already getting rusted up, and you can see you got a little bent spot there. But I want to show you down in here to the, you can see that rod right there, right at my fingertip. That is a big bolt. It goes through there and allows this thing to go up and down. It's on a screw. It screws it and makes it go up and down. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some regular old motor oil here, and then we're going to drip it down on the top, right on the top of that bolt. Just slow, let it cover that bolt real good. Just let it drip right down over the side, run down over the side of that bolt. Okay, we'll let that soak for a little bit, and then we're going to screw this thing all the way back out, and I'm going to put a real light layer of grease on there. You got a little channel. This is what mine came out of. It slid over to the side, and you can see there's a little slot right here. When I hit that rock, it slid it over to the side, so we had to twist it with a pipe wrench and get it back over and get it in this slot right here. You can see the groove right there. That was over here. So now I'm going to pull this all the way out, wipe it off real good, and put a little grease on it. Just so it turns, it'll go in and out easier. Alright, I got that thing extended all the way out now. I'm just going to take a rag and just kind of wipe it off a little bit. Get it a little bit cleaned up. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get some grease here. I'll pump some grease out of my grease gun. I'm just going to put it on this rag. Just get it on this rag. Just like that. And we're just going to rub it in. And I'm just going to keep rubbing it until I got it all the way around it. A nice even coat all the way around it. And this should help it keep it from rusting up. And mainly keep it rusting up and make it easy to go in and out. Because it could be pretty rough. There's that slot. You want to make sure you get it down in that slot. And if this guy rusts up, it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it open and closed all the time. So we're going to make sure it's greased up good. And I'll wipe it down until there's really not much there, but just a nice layer, a nice light layer of grease on it. I don't want it gobs of it on there. I just want a nice layer of grease on it. So it'll be no rust, if we can help it, no rust. So, alright, that looks pretty good. So, we're going to have to get this guy put back on. Alright, this didn't take but just a couple minutes to pull it out and to grease it up and to make sure it works properly. Now there's no noise to it. It spins easy. It'll actually spin by itself. Now when I got it, it had a bunch of rust down in here. Don't forget, these sit outside in the weather, so it doesn't hurt to take your hitch off and clean it up a little bit, put some grease on it, and put it back together. So, and then don't forget, if you're traveling down the road, make sure you take this pan off. Don't be like me and leave it on and then get your whole hitch twisted. So I needed to get it off and get it greased up anyhow, but anyhow, easy project. I think anybody could do this. Take it off, grease it up. You're gonna have a nice little hitch. Just make sure you take that pan off. My goodness, you don't want to leave that pan on while you're traveling. Can't seem to get your hitch up high enough to get over them bumps. Well, while I was out there camping, I ended up picking up another hitch to go in the back of my truck there. I only got 2-inch. It's only 2-inch drop on it, and I had the 4-inch drop on there, so we went and picked up the 2-inch, and I think it worked out pretty good. Nothing to it now. Actually works great.